Alright, so what's up guys? Welcome to some Farming Simulator 19. This is what we're going to play today. We're just going to lay back, have a little bit of fun, do some farming, make some money, and see what we can do from there. So this is actually a pretty complex game. Most people get in and they're instantly confused as to what they need to do. So first and foremost, we need to buy some land. I've started the game off in the hardest difficulty, quote unquote. And actually, let me just go back through it. Let me check my settings real quick to make sure that everything is okie dokie. Okay, so we're back, so I think everything is in order. Okay, so like I said, first thing we need to do is find some land. We have $500,000 to start off with. This is not a lot compared to what you would normally get, but let's see what we can do. So, okay, this is the map in its entirety. We're going to have to start out with something small. I was thinking maybe Field 14. So to go to the menu where you can buy lands, first you need to hit your lands button. This will be different whether or not you're on PC or PlayStation 4. I'm on PlayStation 4, so this is L3. And R3 to select a field, whatever is near your cursor. So Field 14 is going to be the absolute cheapest for us. There actually, I think there might be one that's cheaper, but I'm pretty sure this is the cheapest out of all of the ones that I remember going through. So this is 102,000. We only have 500 to work with. So this, to me, seems like it would be the best field. There's plenty of people who I think start over here on fields 24, 25, and 26 you get as a combo, but that's 362,000. We definitely don't have enough for that. So I think we're just going to go simple. We're just going to go to 14 here, and we're going to buy that. Okay, so now we own that particular field, and I believe there is cotton inside of it. You can always check this by going to the map overview with L3 if you're on PlayStation 4. On PC, I can't remember what it is because I use a controller on there as well. So over on the right side we can see our fruit types. This has a color coding to tell you what is within what field. So we have cotton in field 14, so we're just going to have to rip that bad boy straight out of the ground because we cannot afford to do cotton right now. So as you can see here, a single cotton harvester is 485,000. We would have to loan this thing out to even harvest that, and even then we'd just be losing a bit of money doing that. So instead, what we need to look at getting is a tractor, maybe a pickup truck. There is some harvesting that you can do with the pickup. It can do some stuff, and I'm actually curious as to whether or not my idea would work. I can't believe it's working! It's working! Now, as to whether or not it can do planting or not, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Oh boy. This could definitely take it a second though, because this thing is not meant to do this kind of job. But there you go. If you want to use the truck, that option is there for you. Because that is going to take way too long. Alright, so that wasn't going to work out like I thought it was going to. Okay, so we're just going to go over to the shop. You can do this easily by going to your map, going over to the shop, selecting it, and then selecting visit, whatever button that is for you. This will bring us to the shop. There are several ways you can buy stuff. You can either come over here to the basket and step inside of that and press the designated button to open that up. Or you can open up the vehicle shop by simply selecting the select button. For me, it's touchpad on PlayStation. So you can search by brand or by vehicle types. This is separated into vehicles and tools, which is mostly like the trailers and everything else. So first and foremost, field 14 is kind of steep, so I was thinking we could get a small tractor or a medium tractor, but first let's see how much that it's going to cost us. Okay, so the cheapest medium tractor is this 7200 Pro Case 2 at 98,000. That's pretty much 100 grand right there. Now this is a really decent tractor. You can really ramp this thing up. It's got several engine options on it. I believe we can get this up to almost 210 horsepower. So if we just go down here and select the left, yeah, the 7250 gives it 261, but definitely increases the total price of the tractor to $143,000. So first, I think what we need to do is select a harvester first. And for us, the cheapest one is going to be the Bison Super. It's 84 grand, but we also have to buy the header. The header is separate. But now that I'm looking at it and the TX32, I'm starting to think the TX32 because it's got a little more horsepower, so it's going to be easier for it to go up the hills and stuff that we're going to have on Field 14. So it's going to be a little more expensive for us. So let's see how much money we have left if we get the TX32 and the header. We are currently left with $265,000. This should be enough to get us a small tractor and a few tools. So for me, I think I'm going to get the Fendt. The Fendt is kind of one of my favorite tractors in the game. Just the Fendt series in general. They're really nice. It's got a front attachment, a back attachment, so there's a lot we can do with this tractor. I think I'm just going to have it on a standard wheel setup for now. We're going to switch the engine to the most powerful one that we can get for it. Brings us up to 150 horsepower and 110 kilowatts. And you know what? Just for if we want something else later, let's get the front loader attachment for it as well. That's pretty cheap. Alright, I think we'll leave it at that and buy that tractor. 95 grand in total on that. So, now that we have our tractor, we're going to need a few tools for it. This includes a trailer for us to put our grains in. We're going to have a pretty small field, so we should actually buy either a small trailer or the smallest auger wagon. I believe the cheapest trailer is, yeah, this one, it's 8 grand. It can hold, I think it says, I know it says 12,000 there at the bottom. But in actuality, this trailer, I believe, for each type here, let's see, yeah, the capacity is 4,000, and then you can upgrade it to an 8,000, and then eventually to 12,000. We're going to have the TX32, so if I remember correctly, the pipe can't raise up high enough to cover this, so we're either going to have to go with 8,000 or the 4,000. Now, like I said before, our field is pretty small, so we should probably go with the 4,000, because this is going to be cheaper than the cheapest auger trailer we can get. I do like the auger trailers. They're pretty neat, especially this one, the Seed Runner, but it's 20 grand. So instead, we're just going to go with the cheapest trailer we can get, the 802. Now that we have a trailer, now we need to make sure that we have something that we can plow the field with. You can either get a plow, or we can come down here to the subsoilers and get one of these combo plows. These double as an actual plow, so you can use these to plow. Personally, I'm going to go with the 4 meter. Okay, so now that we have our plow, we still need a few more things. Let's see, we're currently sitting on $152,000. There's still a few tools that we need, plus a house. You want the house because this is going to let you fast forward through nighttime and come back to daytime if you're like me and do not like doing stuff in the dark. So we're going to go to the farmhouse. It's 180. Okay, so maybe we're not going to do that just yet. We definitely don't have enough for that. So, sad day. Okay, so instead we're going to come back over to the tools here and let's see, what do we want to plant? We have a lot of stuff that we can do, lots of options. I think for now, so we can start generating some money, I think we're just going to be planting soybeans for now. I think that's usually the highest selling crop in the game most times, other than cotton, but like I said, we can't afford cotton right now. So let's go here and let's check. You can come over here to the prices. per 1,000 liters. And this will give you a rough estimate of how much you're going to make per crop when you take it to each one of these individual selling points. So just taking a quick look at this here, soybeans look like they do sell for the most at the port grain elevator for $1,654 per 1,000 liters. Our trailer will hold 4,000, so that's not a whole lot of cash, but it is something. So we're going to have a very slow start. Alright, so to plant soybeans, we are going to need either a planter or a seeder. I believe the seeders cover more area, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, and it looks like for our seeder here, we're going to go with the BTF and the TF1512. These work in conjunction with one another. One part holds the seeds in it, the other one is the seeder itself, so we're just going to buy both of these for a grand total of $25,000. See, this one is 30 grand, so it's 5,000 more, and only covers 3 meters. The BTF covers 4, so we're going to go with that, and it costs less on the tractor to actually use. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get these. Now, in a normal game, when I have enough money, I would normally get a truck and transport everything on a flatbed trailer, but these are super expensive and definitely not within our budget right now. So we're just going to have to make do. So we're also going to need a weeder. This thing is going to be the absolute best bang for our buck, but we still need a few other pieces of equipment. So instead, we're going to go with the cheapest one here, which is still not bad. It's 9 meters. That'll still do a lot for us. You can also use this to seed, but it's only grass, oilseed, radish, and I believe that is canola. That's what it's called, canola. So for 18 grand, we get this. And then we still need a few more things here. We're going to need some fertilizer technology. So this one's the absolute cheapest. So we're going to just go ahead and not do that because we're going to need lime as well as fertilizer. So we're going to go with the K105. If you want to, you can opt in for an extension, but we only have 109 grand. So for now, we're going to keep it at its standard setup. Alright, now that we have our fertilizer, we have a weeder, we've got a seeder, the subsoiler, so I believe we are good to go. We still have some money left over for a few other things if we absolutely want them. So one of the things that I like to get if anytime I have extra money is the FST 990. This is going to hold gas, so you can take this thing to the gas station, fill it up with your fuel, and then just keep it wherever your farm is, and you won't have to run all the way to the gas station every time you need gas. So this is always really helpful. It's super cheap to get to, so we're going to go ahead and buy that as well. I'm going to go with a nice black here. There we go, that's nice. Alright. Okay. So we can come over here to the landscaping tab and start landscaping. Just beware, this does cost money to do in the game. So for me, what I want to do is get rid of all of these really high bushes. And through here, I can't stand these being in the way of me. I cannot see, so we're going to get rid of them. So what I'm doing here is just smoothing out the landscape. As you can see up in the top right corner, this does cost money until it can't be smoothed out anymore. So I'm going to try and be as thorough as I possibly can here. Maybe we'll have some flat land to work with. Maybe. This does get rid of grass, bushes, and it's better. Well, I'm going to get rid of part of the farm there. So in that case, we may need to buy a plow later on to extend this out. For now, we'll just leave it as is. The rest of that looks okay. We might go up and through here. Okay, so I messed up our field just a little bit. This can be easily fixed with a plow. We may go ahead and buy one just because we're going to need one later anyways. Right now we have the money. I have cleared out all that I want to clear out. Okay, so I'm just going to come over here to the plows here, and I'm going to get the POH 5, which is another 14 grand. Alright, and now that we have some extra money left over, there's a few more things actually that we're going to get here. Remember the front loader that we got for the tractor? We're going to use that. So to start farming, we're going to have to buy these big bags or pallets of seeds to put in our seeder and to use lime and fertilizer for our K105. So what we need is a front loader attachment for the tractor. So we're just going to come over here. I believe, yeah, ours is greater than 90. It's about 150, but we're just going to play it safe here. We're going to get the FZ30, and then we're going to need a pallet fork to start working with these. And hold on just a minute, we're not done. The SEK802 is kind of a special trailer in the game. This can haul pallets or bales of hay, whichever you choose. We're just going to go over here and turn it into the bale loading wagon. This is kind of a special trailer. Some of the other trailers have special ways to tie down objects to them. So that's what we're going to do here with this trailer. That's what we're going to use it for. Now, I believe we've bought enough equipment here. So here is our lineup of things we are going to use. Alright, so I will be back shortly once I have moved all of this over to Field 14. Alright guys, here we are back at the farm here. We've got everything back over here. No, it took a second. Alright, so first thing we're going to do here is fix the field, because totally did not work the way we needed it to. So we didn't make too much progress today, but we have at least bought the vehicles, we got them to the land, bought the land, and now we have tidied up this field. It is now ready for sowing. So we are going to plant some soybeans like we were going to talk about earlier. So let's just do something real quick before we end this video here, and we're going to take a look at the current price of soybean. Alright, so the current highest price is $1,654 at the Port Grain Elevator. We can see what it might be later on for the ranch. It's 1,269 right now, but we'll see where it goes from there. Alright, if you liked this video, hit that like button for me. If you've got any suggestions on what we should play, or what we should harvest within the game, just leave a comment down below. If you want to stay up to date on the videos as they come out, hit that notification button, and I'll see you guys later.